There are 42 unique categories on speedrun.com for Minecraft Java Edition, not counting subcategories for specific versions. Inevitably, some of these categories have better world records than others, and in this video I'll be looking at some of the hardest ones to beat. Before I get into the video, make sure that if you enjoy the content. Anyways, the first one that I'll be taking a look at is the most popular category, 1.16 Random C Glitchless. To put it lightly, beating the world record requires absolutely astronomical amounts of luck. In it, Brentilda spawned in a plains biome, got resources from a nearby village, and entered the nether with a lava pool. In the nether, he is immediately able to see a bastion, fortress, and fossil. This isn't any ordinary fossil though, because it spawned in the 0,0 chunk of the nether, meaning that he could use something called divine travel. Essentially, by finding the X value of the starting block of the fossil, he can refer to a chart that will tell him where to exit the nether and be close to the stronghold. Anyways, after getting ender pearls, string, obsidian, and fire resistance from the bastion, he went over to the fortress and got blaze rods. At the divine travel coordinates, he left the nether at 8 minutes and his overworld spawn was in the stronghold right next to the portal room. Soon after, he was in the end and the dragon perched fairly quickly, giving him a final time of 9 minutes and 36 seconds. While the biggest time save in this run is the post-nether, nether traveling into the stronghold has been done multiple times and even once into the portal room, but it's a matter of getting that kind of luck on good pace. For comparison, the next fastest 1.16 Random C Glitchless run is 11 minutes and 1 second from Piper J3 Cub, but that's not to say that people haven't been desperately trying to break the record. In fact, the time is so unattainable that speedrunners have turned to optimizing the only thing that they can control: reset speed. So far, runners have been using a macro to instantly reset, and if they have a good enough CPU, playing on 4 Minecrafts at once and using a macro to instantly switch between them and reset. How many resets, you may ask? Well, the person with the most is Jojo by far, and he's resetting at a pace upwards of 1,000 seeds per hour with over 200,000 total. He is definitely an outlier though, and someone with more normal efficient resetting might go through about 300 per hour. In other words, millions of worlds have been reset and no one has come within a minute and 25 seconds of the record. Moving on, the second category is Set Seed Glitchless Pre 1.9. This category is hard, and I don't mean just beating the world record, I mean in general. While you need a lot of luck to obtain the record, having good mechanics and the ability to think on your feet is vital. Unofficially, the world record is held by Galactic Afro, so let's take a look. Right off the spawn, the runner gets 2 logs, 27 sugarcane, and goes straight toward a desert temple. After looting it and crafting gold tools and paper, they make their way to a village where they will break bookshelves and trade the paper and books for emeralds. With a cleric villager, they trade the remaining gold for an emerald and buy a piece of redstone in order to unlock the Eye of Ender trade. Once that's obtained, they get some wood and carrots and make their way to the stronghold, where they will collect an ender pearl from a chest before filling in the portal and entering the end. The end in Pre 1.9, the place where nearly every run dies if the player didn't already get screwed by villager RNG. In order to beat the dragon quickly, you need to have 2 things: short obsidian towers that are near each other and good dragon charge RNG. Galactic Afro had 2 short towers right next to each other, and with 2 quick dragon charges, they managed to knock down half of its health. A little to the side, there were 2 more short towers that were close to each other, and with 2 more fast dragon charges, they were able to beat the game in 3 minutes and 28 seconds. If you watch this run and don't think it looked very hard, give it a go and report back to me when you rage quit. Up next, All Advancements version 1.16 in a random seed. This category is arguably the ultimate persistence test in Minecraft, and you would imagine that the world record would be insane. Well, if that's what you imagined right, because Eli Saku managed to do this in 5 hours, 51 minutes, and 38 seconds. That time is probably meaningless to you, so let me tell you what second place is. What Sockboy managed to get a time of 6 hours, 52 minutes, and 7 seconds. That's right, over an hour difference between the two. While I'm not going to break down the run for obvious reasons, the hardest advancement in the game is the Beaconator if you Google search it. Good thing that I'm here to tell you that Google is full of bullshit, because the actual hardest advancement is How Did We Get Here, where you need to have every single effect in the game applied at once. This is done toward the end of an all advancement speedrun, and a sizable chunk of the run is dedicated to setting up this confusing contraption. Aside from that, the most seed dependent advancement is adventuring time, where you need to locate every biome in the overworld. Ilaisaku spawned in a jungle biome with a nearby mesa, which helps save time. The run is finished after he respawns the dragon and completes arguably the hardest advancement in the game, getting an upgrade. That's right, crafting a stone pickaxe is the final thing that he had to do. Now for a record that is difficult to beat for a fairly similar reason to 1.16 random C Glitchless, 1.9 to 1.15 set C Glitchless. There is one reason for its inclusion in this list, and after hearing about it, you're gonna question why this category even exists. Currently, the record is held by Minecraft, so let's take a look. He spawns in an acacia biome, grabs 2 logs, and heads for a village, but on the way, grabs a buried treasure. After crafting 3 gold pickaxes and 1 gold shovel, he grabs some gravel for flint, and now he is on his way to the village, which is the main place where the run gets reset. The reason for that is because you need a minimum of 17 obsidian across 3 blacksmith chests. This is just if you are trying to get a decent time though, because realistically, in order to beat the record, you need to get all of that obsidian from the first chest like Minecraft did. In this version, blacksmith chest loot is randomized, not seed dependent, and the odds of that happening are low as fuck. According to the Minecraft wiki, the average per chest is 1.4. Anyways, back to the run where Minecraft collects some more stuff from the village, builds a portal, and enters the nether. After digging into the fortress, he collects a chest with 4 obsidian and gets to the location of the exiting portal. Once through it, and in the end, the run comes down to a really good perch, which is what Minecraft got. Now, admittedly, this world record isn't quite as hard to beat as the others I've mentioned, but it's been over a year since it was beaten. The reason for its inclusion on this list is because who the fuck would want to constantly grind getting 17 obsidian from the first blacksmith chest? Lastly, this video wouldn't be complete without a mention of filtered C Glitchless. This category is the only time in Minecraft speedrunning that a bounty was issued for getting under a certain time. Over $1,200 was on the table for the first person to get a sub 5-minute run. Nearly a month and a half after this was started, Davey finally claimed it. Before getting into his run, there's some things that you should know about filtered C Glitchless, FSG for short. The category uses a seed filter to give what are essentially perfectly optimized random C Glitchless seeds. Sub 1 enter, looting sword, instant fortress and bastion, and guaranteed great nether travel with strongholds being ocean exposed. With all of these seed guarantees and a bounty being set for the first sub 5, you could imagine just how competitive this category is. On the list of people who entered the bounty, you'll find some of the best runners in the game, all trying to be the ones who claim it, and when Davey did just that, he set one of the most insane world records in Minecraft speedrunning. Not only did he beat his own world record by 26 seconds, but he cut Brentilda's 936 record in half and then some. Without further ado, the run. He spawned in a snowy taiga biome, and after getting the ruined portal chest and some logs, he finished the ruined portal and entered the nether at 36 seconds. He spawned on top of a housing bastion, and after breaking chests for enough iron to craft an iron pickaxe, he led piglins on a top-down route to where the gold blocks are. At just over 2 minutes, he had all of his trades and was off to the nearby fortress, where he only had to kill 3 blazes for 7 rods because of a looting 3 sword. At around 3:10, he was out of the nether and in search of the stronghold, and after following the direction of the eye, he spotted an ocean exposed portal room. At 3:50, he entered the end, and now would probably be a good time to tell you that the dragon perch speed has killed many similar paced runs. Most notably, Horsey, another major FSG grinder, entered the end at 3:10 on the same day, but didn't get a perch. Now back to Davey, because he managed to get a very fast perch speed and one-cycled the dragon. 4 minutes and 47 seconds was his final time, and with that, the bounty was claimed. There's still so much I left out regarding FSG, so smash the like button if you think I should make a separate video dedicated to it. Well, that's all for this video. Remember, just because I didn't feature a category doesn't mean that the world record is easy. For example, since I already talk about them a lot on the channel, I only wanted to include one random C Glitchless category in this list. Anyways, I never finished the intro, so make sure to smash that subscribe button and have a great day.